tell the
He
difference.
lost possession. Here's a lead pass for Finnegan, and Burrell now has a break. Burrell moving in, back to Finnegan, and maybe a pass too many, as Burrell could have shot. Back comes to the point. This is Luckraft moving in. He is knocked down, and right now it is Burnsville, the aggressors on this power play, even though they're playing a man short.
Well, you're right. Burrell did make one pass too many. He made a great play getting in the opening. He had Moran down with the fake. He could have taken a shot, should have taken a shot. Even if he hit the goaltender, the rebound would have gone right there to Finnegan. But Burrell elected to pass, and the pass was behind him. Unfortunately, no shot on goal for Burnsville.
Mike Grant clears it into the corner. Jefferson 0 for 2 on the power play in the tournament as it goes back to Tom Carlson. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty to Schulze as they just flip it down ice. Schrader in after it first for Burnsville. He loses possession. That's Kurt Svensson trying to center it. And it went off a skate, and the Braves will move out to center ice. 2-on-2. Working over the line was Ramswick checked that. Ramswick with the puck. He was checked. And now it's Erickson beating up a hit for Svensson, who lost his balance, just cleared it into the zone, but not a very good power play for the Jaguars so far. Carlson moves it in. Carlson working against Hammond. Hammond gets it on the second try and shoots it down the ice with just 10 seconds left in the man advantage. Schulze standing in the penalty box ready to come on. Look out, as Ramswick almost stole the puck. Now moving in, there's Gingler, and another shot just went wide. Mike Gingler feeds it back to the point. Burnsville back at full strength now, and the Braves have a break. Tripped up in the zone, or in the center ice zone, was Featherstone. He lost his balance. That negated a scoring opportunity. And this is Jefferson moving it out. Hammond at the line, lost possession. Moving in, Rendall. The shot just went wide. That Rendall's dangerous. Number 11 for the Jefferson Jaguars. Back comes Featherstone. Featherstone shot, and that didn't miss by much. Featherstone a goal scorer tonight. Now the other way, Rendall picks his way up to center, stepped over the line and just clears it down into the Burnsville zone.
Pretty soon tonight, Jefferson defense are going to get aware of Featherstone coming across that blue line and going for that shot. They're going to have to step up on him, not allow him all that time to get to the top of the circle and get the opportunity to blow one by Moran as he did in the first period.
Here's Scott Erickson working his way out to center and now shooting it in wide of the goal. Herm Finnegan with the puck at the blue line. He's checked. It's kept in by Svensson. Svensson knocks it in behind the net. In forechecking was Erickson, but the puck comes around the boards. And here come the Burnsville Braves. That's broken up, and back comes Svensson. Svensson near the end of his shift with the shot. Borg with the pad save, knocked into the corner. Now the Braves start back. Pass by Ramswick was intercepted. Check that. Mike Traveland out on the ice. He backhands it into the zone, and Finnegan goes after it. Moran has some trouble with it. Give away. There's Finnegan, the shot. Moran makes the stop. After failing to clear the puck, he had to come up with a big save, and Jefferson knocks it down the ice. And icing is the call. With the score, Jefferson 1, Burnsville 1. This is Hockey 85, live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Kurt Svensson tried to catch it in his breath out there. One thing we've noticed, and as you pointed out in the first shift, Coach Satterdahl, and changing his lines every 30-35 seconds. One of the reasons why you do that, they had a tough night last night. They were back this morning. Keep them fresh. They might get tired, so get them out there as quickly as you can and get them off as quickly as you can.
9 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second period. It's a 1-1 tie. Laban's line is out for Jefferson as they battle away with the number 1 line for Burnsville. And they tied up for a faceoff.
We had a face-off just to Moran's left previous to this, caused by an icing. That icing precipitated because Moran mishandled the puck. If you wanted to tell that goaltender, who's been so sensational, one thing that can improve your game quickly is handle the puck a little better around your net. Leave it so your defenseman could get control of it quickly and not have to mishandle it at all, because that can cause goals, as we've had occasion to see here a couple times.
Here's Todd Olson for Jefferson, up to Gingler, the goal scorer for the Jaguars, knocks it down into the Burnsville zone. Laban in forechecking. It's cleared around the boards, but it will be kept in by Jefferson momentarily. And now Schrader with a pass to Kelly Ramswick. Ramswick was the quarterback on the Burnsville football team. He handed it off to Burrell, whose shot was high and wide. In after it, Granato. Granato taken to the boards by Guillen. They pile up in the corner. Puck still loose. in against Granado. Granado backhands it in front. There's Rams with the shot. And Moran made the stop, and he snuck a peek over his shoulder to see if it had gone in.
And what a save by Moran, because that puck came right out front, and Ramswick had that puck right on the doorstep. He made a good move with his hand. He saw Moran going down. You watch goaltender Moran going down, Ramswick in front, getting it real quick, trying to get it up top, because that's all he's got to shoot at. But he hit Moran. Moran makes a save and frees it. An excellent play by the goaltender. A good move by Ramswick, trying to go upstairs, the only place he could go, but he didn't get it high enough.
Moran made 47 saves when they added them all up after that quadruple overtime game against Minnetonka. There's a shot, and Kevin Gorg had to be sharp on that one. As the Jefferson Jaguars continue to make their chances, and icing the call against Burnsville. 8:44 left, second period.
That opportunity that Burnsville just had to score was created by the intense forechecking on that line. And that's one thing they're going to have to continue to do. As we were saying earlier, Jefferson has got a big, strong defense, and they'll move that puck up quickly. So you've got to get to them before they get the opportunity to move it up. Knock them off that puck, create some opportunities. That's what Burnsville does so well when they're playing well, and that's what they did in that exchange when Ramswick had the opportunity to score.
Granado and Svensson on the draw. Puck behind the goal at Schulze. Schulze passes it ahead to Granado, behind Granado, and Tom Carlson backhands it high up into the Jefferson bench, and we'll get another face-off.
Jefferson looking very patient out there the way they're playing. They're not taking any outlandish chances that they shouldn't be. They're moving the puck up. If they've got nothing to do with it, they keep it ahead. They get it out of the defensive zone as quickly as they can. The defensemen aren't getting fancy. They're just trying to get it up, stay in a hockey game, stay close, and get an opportunity to score a goal. And that's the way they're playing it, and they're doing a good job of it.
You saw that Steve Ferreira is a member of the Burnsville football team as well, one of 10 who trade in the football pads for the hockey equipment once the season's over.
Well, they learn contact in football and carries right over to hockey. That's a very physical hockey club, that Burnsville hockey team, and a great deal of it comes from their ability to body check, and then they get used to that contact in football.
I haven't seen any player in the state tournament yet say that Lou Nanne was his hockey hero. I'm a little surprised.
You missed it. That was Harris. He's my favorite player.
Puck is shot in, and Granado goes after it. Around the boards it goes, and it's cleared out to center. Carnell Hall is back on this line, or check that. He's on a new line for the Jefferson Jaguars, wearing number 13. Puck comes back to the point, flipped into the center zone, and now it's cleared out to center by Finnerty down the ice. And that's icing against the Jefferson Jaguars. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. Eggleston working his way out to center ice, and he fires it in on Gorg, who kicks it aside. I think Gorg looks a little bit more nervous tonight than what I saw in the section final a week ago. Although he's made the big stops when he's had to. Here they come in over the line, and a good block there, and the Jefferson defenseman ties it up for a face-off. Good play by Eggleston.
It certainly was. Eggleston took a real heavy check at center ice, yet he picked up a stick, came back, and had to make a fine block on that play when Treichel was trying to come around the outside.
Treichel is a junior defenseman on this veteran Burnsville team.
Treichel's the one that had hit Eggleston at center ice just previous to that. That's why he was up ice. Finally got the puck, tried to go around the outside. Eggleston getting him back by playing the puck perfectly.
From the faceoff, puck cleared behind the net. Branson centers it, traveling shot. Moran makes a key stop.
What a play. What a save again. Moran coming up with those saves continually, getting right in front of that puck, positioning himself perfectly, and just smothering that shot. An excellent play. We see the pass out right from behind the net, point blank, but Moran is always in position. He's been playing just superbly throughout this tournament. He's done it all year long, as his coach said.
92% save percentage in the regular season, and he's been even better here so far in the state tournament. An all Metro goaltender. Puck now going down deep into the Burnsville zone as they regroup, but there's good forechecking by Jefferson. Gengler out front couldn't get a shot away, but he drew a penalty as there's a delayed penalty coming up against the Braves. There's a good hit by Treichel. And finally, Burnsville touches the puck, and here comes the call. 6:52 left, second period. There's a break in the action, and we'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Steve Treichel sitting in the penalty box for interference as that puck was centered out to Gengler. He was coming back, and he hit Gengler before the puck got there, so he's off interference. The Jaguars getting the opportunity to go ahead on this power play.
Burrell and Finnegan to kill the penalty. And this is John Burrell with the loose puck. He moves in over the line, and Burrell's a dangerous man, but lost the puck, and Gengler sends it ahead. Gengler's had a good game. This is Erickson over the blue line. Erickson trying to set it up, leaves it for Svensson. In the corner, Svensson chases after it, but now Finnegan comes up with the puck, and Finnegan will move out of the zone with Burrell. And I don't think Finnegan saw Burrell because he just cleared it down the ice.
That's right. Not only Burrell was moving up, but also the defenseman Schrader, and they might have the opportunity for a 3-on-2.
This is an aggressive penalty-killing unit for the Burnsville Braves. Here's Lavin over the line, picks his way across the blue line, works his way down to the boards. He's battling against Luckcraft. Goes behind the net. Luckcraft takes him out of the play, and now he gets another chance and couldn't get a shot on goal. Now it's flipped high and down the ice. Rick Guillen turning. The Braves trying to change on the go, and that gives Guillen a chance to come over the line. His shot well wide of the net. Knocked around the boards by Luckcraft. Can they keep it in the zone? Yes, they do. Olsen throws it out in front. Schrader just bangs it to the blue line. Kept in again by Jefferson, but they can't get a good shot on goal. Now here's a shot in front, and Gorg makes the stop with Olsen on the doorstep.
And it's a good thing he did, because Brock Rendell's shot was bouncing towards the goaltender, and Gorg had to make the save and also cover up the rebound, not to leave it for the Jaguar on his doorstep. Brock Rendell, after he had his initial shot stopped, he takes another one right there, and see how it bounces right in front of the goaltender. But Gorg makes a good save and freezes, making sure that he doesn't leave any rebound line in that crease.
42 seconds left in the penalty to Treichel. It's put back to the point. Here's Guillen firing, and that was knocked down in front. And out come the Burnsville Braves. Down the ice. Here's a good rush, and a shot scores! Big goal by Scott Bloom, the junior all-Metro forward, and he showed us why there.
Scott Bloom coming down the ice with Kelly Ranswick, uses Ranswick as a decoy. He sees he can't pass it across the middle. He still goes to the outside. Moran coming out, leaves the short side just a little bit over. See him look for the pass, then he puts it up and over past Moran as he was moving across the goal crease. Scott Bloom holding that puck till a precise moment when he could hit the opening, when he couldn't pass that puck, unloads the shot and gets a short-handed goal on the short side, up and over, and puts Burnsville up 2-1. A very dangerous wing. Great speed this man.
Lou, you don't like to be critical of what might be the best goaltender in the tournament, but you saw him drop to his knees before the shot, and as soon as he noticed him going down, Bloom just put it upstairs.
That's when he did it, and he just outweighted Moran on that play. Moran really should have come across facing him and standing up, but the moment he dropped, he left an opening.
It's an unassisted shorthanded goal for number 15, Scott Bloom, who had 17 goals during the regular season. 9:42 time of the goal. It is 2-1 Burnsville, and those shorthanded goals really hurt. Treichel is standing up at the penalty box with just 2 seconds left in the penalty. And now the Burnsville Braves back at full strength. We mentioned they were aggressive penalty killers, and they have certainly done that tonight with the shorthanded goal and a good job against the Jefferson power play.
They certainly have, Chris. In fact, they've had more opportunities than Jefferson had when they were playing shorthanded.
Here comes Burnsville again. A shot in on Moran. He has trouble with it, and it was knocked out of the goal crease by defenseman Tom Carlson. Maybe that goal shook Moran up a little because he kind of fought the puck there. Good forechecking by Burnsville as Finnerty takes over. Mike Finnerty off the boards and out to center. So the Braves, with that shorthanded goal, seem to have picked up some confidence. Tom Carlson dumped around his own goal. He is battling for the puck in the corner, and they're going to tie it up for a faceoff 4:05 left second period. 2-1 Braves.
Well, with that short-handed goal, the Braves seem to be coming faster and harder. At the same time, the Jaguars not laying back, especially Tom Carlson. He's using his body and he's not afraid to take a man right in the boards pretty hard. There's a shot that was taken. Look at the rebound going in, but Carlson right there clearing it away as it looked like it was dribbling towards the net. And Carlson, after that, went in the corner, laid a heavy check on Kelly Ramswick.
Featherstone against Brant on the draw. It comes back to Rick Guillen. Guillen up to Brant. But again, this Burnsville team really working hard now, and the puck is whistled dead as it was gloved ahead by a Braves player.
Well, anytime you get a goal in a situation where you're just trying to prevent one, it's somewhat unsettling to the other team that had the power play, and you know that the team that scored shorthand is going to gain some life from it.
From the faceoff, the Braves clear it down deep into the zone. Moran out of the goal. It's cleared around the boards, and Pat Beattie goes after it. He can't get anywhere. Now the blind pass is intercepted by Burnsville, and a high shot is gloved by Moran, who decides to hold on. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left in the second period. And Tom Osiki has sent his fourth line out for Burnsville to give his regular troops a bit of a breather and see if this line can stir up some trouble. Mike Mayhew is out, along with Matt Larson and Lance Guerness. And the Braves now clear it down the ice, and this will be icing against Burnsville. And the faceoff will come back down deep in the Braves territory.
Well, Coach Tom Osiki obviously feeling that his team has got some momentum going and really playing with a great deal of poise, felt that this time he could put out that fourth line. Jefferson was still unsettled. They weren't going to take advantage of it, and he can give his key players a rest. And he likes to get them in every period. One, in case he has to use them, and secondly, just to give his other lines a rest.
Guerness, who you just saw as a sophomore. Most of the players on the Burnsville team are seniors. It's a veteran squad. Guerness now passes it out, but it's stopped in at the blue line by Carlson. And now the Burnsville Braves just clear it down the ice again. Race for it, and Carlson's first back with under 3 minutes to go in the second period, and the Jaguars trailing by 1. Osiki ahead for Guerness. That failed to click, and Carlson takes the slap shot down deep past Kevin Gorg. Mark Osiki up ahead to Guerness. Guerness working his way on the right wing. That's where his hockey hero Mike Bossy plays. Guerness down deep in the corner. The backhanded pass came through. It comes to the point, and Schulze, who had trouble with his balance, just flips it into the corner. In there after it is Mike Mayhew. Mayhew is forechecking, but now Jefferson cleared out to center. And this is Finnerty in over the line. He has good speed, but over skates the puck that time, and Matt Larson turns back. Here comes Larson to the line. He is checked and knocked down, and the Jaguars just dump it down deep into the Burnsville zone. Svensson skates in over the line. His pass for Erickson failed to click, and back come the Braves. This is Bloom over the line. Checked that Kelly Ramswick, and his shot was knocked down, and the Jaguars just backhand it to center. It's put back inside the line by Mike Luckcraft, and offside is the call.
Well, there's a fellow that's played a lot of hockey for this Jefferson team, Tom Carlson. A good-sized defenseman back there that uses his body every time he gets the opportunity. A very solid checker. He's made some great plays out here tonight, but the best one was pulling that puck going towards the open net after Moran had just got a piece of a good shot by Ramswick.
1 minute, 49 seconds left in the second period. Eggleston off the boards. Up ahead to Rendall for Beattie. Beattie tries to duck around a check. Clears it into the corner, and now Mike Brandt goes in after it. Cleared around the boards. Beattie is there forechecking as this Jefferson line tries to get something going. Now the puck in the center zone, and back come the Burnsville Braves. Some contact against the boards there, and Beattie flips it in over the line. This is Rendall working against Schrader. Rendall right in front, and Gorg had to make a big stop. And that Rendall is dangerous.
He certainly is, and what a superb play he made there. He took the puck on the outside. In order to get to the net, you've got to use your weight properly. He leans to the inside. Watch number 11 lean to the inside, using the defenseman's body to push him away, and he gets a backhand shot away, and Gorga has to make the save. He didn't have much of an angle, so you've got to shift your weight to the inside and fend off the check while you're cutting towards the net so that you have enough strength to keep driving to the net, and he did that superbly.
Looks a little like Glenn Anderson of the Oilers, who seems to cut to the net better than almost anybody else in the National Hockey League. Gork did a good job there to hold on to that rebound because Pat Beattie was right on the doorstep. Now here's a break for Burnsville as they streak in over the line. They try and set up Scott Bloom. We've got a penalty upcoming against Jefferson, and the play is whistled down.
Oh, Jefferson getting a tripping penalty right now, and Burnsville leading 2-1. Burnsville scored on their initial power play, and they've been coming, it seems, stronger this period than they were in the first. So with Todd Olson going off for tripping, Burnsville is going to have the opportunity to expand their lead. One thing Jefferson doesn't want to do with a minute and 4 to go in the second period, give up a goal at this stage. Watch right now when Todd Olson took a dive to try and get the puck area. Instead of hitting the puck, he got the Burnsville forward and pulled him down with a tripping.
From the faceoff, Ferreira broke his stick. Now they try and get this power play underway with Bloom behind the net. Granato is there, and the Jefferson player trying to hold it for a faceoff, but Bloom digs it free, tries to jam it, and they pile up along the side of the net and finally get a whistle.
Well, Scott Bloom tried to jam it on the short side of Moran. Moran played that properly. He just stayed right there, and he had a lot of help from that fellow, Mike Mulligan. There was no way he was going to get that puck on the short side. Jefferson right now having 43 seconds to go in the second period, trailing 2-1, wants to make sure to win this faceoff if they can. They can't leave that fella on the right side of the boards open on this faceoff, because all the centerman will do is try and pull it over there, and they'll have control. They've got to get control of this puck, get it down, and try and get out of this period trailing by 1, so that they don't give a real emotional lift to Burnsville.
Granato, Bloom, and Ferreira up front, and they did just that, Lou. They got the draw and sent it down the ice. And that's Rendall scooting after it. Rendall trying to get that loose puck in the Burnsville zone. And Rendall does some bumping there as well. But the Braves will come up with the puck. Now can they get their attack underway for a scoring opportunity before this second period ends?
Well, Jefferson kept them at bay for the most of the part of that first penalty until they let Finnegan cross the blue line and just come in and shoot from 30 feet.
Granato's pass missed Bloom on the right wing. And the Jefferson player clears it up over the boards and out of play. 10 seconds left, and we'll have a face-off just inside the Jefferson blue line.
Well, Burnsville having strong second periods throughout the tourney, but I'm sure if you check their record all year long, they've been a very formidable club in every period. They've been extremely consistent. They've got some good shooters on every line, and they keep taking it to you. But Burnsville has met a real strong, formidable foe in this Jefferson Hockey Club tonight.
Finnegan, Burrell, Ramtwick up front, and that is Schrader clearing it around the boards. 5 seconds to go. Moran out of the net. He doesn't want to get caught now. Centering pass comes back to Schrader's shot at the buzzer, and it doesn't get through, and that will do it for period number 2. Tom Moran and his Jefferson Jaguars now trailing by a score of 2-1. The lone goal, Scott Bloom with a short-handed marker. And so Jefferson is going to have to reach back in the third period, because remember, they had that long night early morning, and they're really going to have to collect themselves for the third period.
Well, the main thing they have to be concerned with now is the specialty teams. If you look at it, that's been the difference in his hockey game. Burnsville scores on their power play. Jefferson gets scored against on their power play. You've got to swing at 2 goals. One thing Jefferson hasn't done on their power play is get any opportunity. The aggressive forechecking by Burnsville has not only kept them off balance, it's produced a goal on the second power play attempt that Jefferson had.
Well, Jefferson trailed 3 times against Minnetonka, but they came back each time and won that game. They'll have to come back here tonight. Let's go back down to Sports Control.
I'm sure Coach Tom Wasicki of Burnsville would have liked to have had at least one more goal out of that, because Burnsville is dominating play, but not on the scoreboard just yet.
Randall had a shot, really, when they had the power play, Jefferson. A man right at the doorstep, they missed. Then the face-off, they come back and score the shorthanded goal. So it was a sequence of about a 4-goal swing, the way it seemed. This is continuing coverage of the 1985 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
2-1 Burnsville over Jefferson. If Burnsville wins this game, they'll go on to meet Hill Murray for the state championship tomorrow night here at the St. Paul Civic Center. Tom Hanneman is standing by ice side. This looks like a scene right out of the movie Animal House, Tom.
Which one's Tom?
I'm the one with the microphone. Well, the name of the game here at the state high school hockey tournament is having fun, of course, and no one's having more fun, I think, than these three guys. Guys, are these designer originals? I got to ask you to begin with.
I think they're probably original.
Why? What brought you here in these costumes tonight? Why did you come here dressed this way?
Get the crowd going, trying to do the best we can, get the players going on the ice.
You have to have a little bit of, or a lot of guts, I think, to show up in these things, don't you?
Well, you know, I guess no big deal, you know, just trying to get everyone going, and, you know, people recognize us and they comment on it, but, you know, because they recognize us, I think probably everyone gets a little more.
You guys really think that you help your team by cheering and dressing up this way?
We'll get the crowd going, we'll get the team going, and get us a victory.
All right, we have an honorary goal judge here, and when Jefferson scores a goal, the light comes on. Murray Whipple would be proud. Back to you guys.
After an act like that, I don't know. The highlights may be a little on the dull side, but we're going to go to the highlights. Bloomington Jefferson gave up one goal in that second period, and that was it. That was the scoring, 2-1. Let's take a look now at the highlights.
Well, Burnsville took the lead here. Scott Bloom beats Tom Moran on the short side. Moran makes one of his few mistakes here, actually. As Bloom beat him, as excellent play. Scott Bloom, a junior, one of the leading scorers in the Lake Conference this year.
Real nice goal. That came at 9:42 of the second period. 2-1 for Burnsville. Came right after Randall had taken a shot. There was a man right there at the gate, and Gord made the save on a bouncing puck, and then they came right back. Here's Kevin Featherstone just missing.
Well, Moran lost sight of the puck here. Came back, made a nice recovery along with his defenseman. The other thing to bring out as you look at the saves there, Moran was a busy man again, making 9 saves. Bloom's goal was a shorthanded goal. As Lou Nanny pointed out, the specialty teams of Burnsville are very effective. They got their first goal in a power play, second one shorthanded. So it's a lot for Jefferson to overcome, even though they trail by just 1 goal.
Okay, this is Hockey 85, continuing coverage of the 1985 State High School Hockey Tournament.